First contact. The night sky erupted in a blaze of light, startling Dr. Samantha Chen from her deep focus at the observatory. Her eyes widened as she tracked the object's trajectory through the powerful telescope. This was no meteor. Its descent was too controlled, too purposeful. "Holy shit," she whispered, fumbling for her phone to alert her colleagues. But as the object disappeared behind the tree line of the nearby forest, Samantha hesitated. What if this was it? The moment every SETI researcher dreamed of, but never truly expected. Her heart raced as she made a split-second decision. Grabbing her emergency kit and a flashlight, Samantha sprinted to her old Jeep. The tires kicked up dust as she sped down the mountain road, her mind reeling with possibilities. The forest was pitch black when she arrived, but a faint glow in the distance drew her forward. Samantha picked her way through the underbrush, her flashlight beam dancing across twisted roots and low-hanging branches. The smell of ozone and burnt metal grew stronger with each step. Finally, she emerged into a small clearing and gasped. Before her lay a sleek, silver craft unlike anything she'd ever seen. It was roughly the size of a small plane, but its design was utterly alien, all smooth curves and iridescent surfaces that seemed to shimmer in the moonlight. Samantha approached cautiously, her scientific curiosity warring with a healthy dose of fear. That's when she heard it, a low, pained moan coming from inside the craft. Without thinking, she rushed forward, searching for an entrance. A section of the hull suddenly became transparent, revealing a cockpit-like interior. Inside, slumped over what appeared to be controls, was a figure. It was humanoid in shape, but that's where the similarities ended. The being's skin was a pale lavender, with delicate feather-like structures instead of hair. Multiple eyes blinked sluggishly as it turned to face her. Samantha's breath caught in her throat. "Hello," she called out softly, unsure if the being could even understand her. "Are you hurt? Can I help?" The alien's eyes widened in what seemed like surprise. It made a series of clicks and whistles, clearly trying to communicate. Samantha shook her head, pointing to her ear, and then to the alien, trying to convey that she couldn't understand. The being seemed to grasp her meaning. It raised a six-fingered hand, revealing a small device on its wrist. After a few taps, a holographic display appeared, showing what looked like anatomical diagrams of its own species. Samantha's scientific training kicked in. She studied the diagrams, noting areas that seemed to be highlighted in a pulsing red. Injuries, most likely. Taking a deep breath, she pantomimed her intention to enter the craft and help. The alien hesitated for a moment, then nodded, a surprisingly human gesture. A hatch opened with a soft hiss, and Samantha climbed inside. Up close, the alien's injuries were more apparent. A viscous silver fluid, blood, she assumed, seeped from several cuts and what looked like a nasty burn on its torso. "Okay," Samantha muttered, more to herself than her unexpected patient. "Let's see what we can do." Over the next hour, Samantha worked carefully, using her limited first aid supplies and improvising where needed. The alien remained remarkably calm, only flinching occasionally when she treated particularly sensitive areas. As she worked, Samantha's mind raced. This changed everything. Proof of intelligent alien life, right here on Earth. The implications were staggering. But as she looked at the being's eyes, filled with pain, yes, but also curiosity and what seemed like gratitude, she realized that the big picture could wait. Right now, this was about one living creature helping another. Finally, she sat back, exhausted but satisfied. The alien's wounds were bandaged, and its breathing seemed easier. It chittered softly, tapping its wrist device again. A series of symbols appeared, pulsing gently. Samantha smiled, somehow understanding the sentiment behind the alien's symbols. "You're welcome," she said softly. "I'm Samantha. Sam for short. Do you have a name?" The alien considered for a moment, then made a sound like wind chimes in a gentle breeze. Samantha attempted to repeat it, failing miserably. The alien's features shifted in what she hoped was amusement, not offense. "How about I call you Zephyr?" Samantha suggested. "It means a gentle wind in our language." The newly dubbed Zephyr seemed to consider this, then nodded, making the chime-like sound again. Samantha grinned, feeling a connection forming despite the vast differences between them. Her smile faded as she considered their next steps. The crash site wouldn't stay hidden for long. Already, she could hear distant sirens. Someone else must have seen the craft's descent. She had to make a choice, and fast. Samantha looked at Zephyr, seeing intelligence and a spark of something familiar in those alien eyes. This wasn't just a scientific discovery. This was a living, thinking being who needed help. In that moment, she made her decision. "Zephyr," she said slowly, pointing to herself and then to the alien. "We need to go. Hide. Can you move?" Zephyr seemed to understand the urgency in her tone. With obvious effort, the alien pushed itself up, swaying slightly. Samantha quickly moved to support her new friend, marveling at how light Zephyr felt despite being roughly her own height. Together, they made their way out of the craft. Samantha led them deeper into the forest, away from the crash site and the approaching sirens. She had a small cabin nearby, a retreat for when she needed to escape the pressures of academia. It wasn't much, but it would have to do. As they moved through the darkened forest, Samantha's mind whirled with questions. Where did Zephyr come from? Why were they here? How would this encounter change the course of human history? But those questions could wait. For now, her focus was on getting Zephyr to safety. One step at a time, human and alien moved through the night, the stars above bearing witness to this unprecedented moment of first contact. Little did Samantha know that this was just the beginning. The choices she made tonight would set in motion a chain of events that would challenge everything humanity thought they knew about their place in the universe. As the first light of dawn began to paint the sky, a new chapter in Earth's history was about to unfold, one where the ingenuity, compassion, and sheer determination of humanity would be put to the ultimate test. Alien biology unleashed. Dr. Samantha Chen's life had turned upside down in a matter of hours. As she sat in her remote cabin, watching the alien she dubbed Zephyr examine its surroundings with wide, multifaceted eyes, she couldn't help but marvel at the absurdity of it all. "Okay, Zephyr," Samantha said, pulling out her tablet. "Let's try to communicate." Zephyr tilted its head, the feather-like structures that served as hair rippling in a mesmerizing pattern. It tapped the device on its wrist, projecting a holographic display filled with swirling, complex symbols. Samantha's eyes lit up. "Incredible. Your written languages. Wait, are those mathematical equations?" As if in response, the symbols began to shift and morph, eventually forming crude approximations of English letters. Samantha gasped, realizing that Zephyr's technology was actively translating in real time. "Human," the translation read. "My biology, unstable. Help." Samantha frowned. "Unstable? What do you mean?" Before Zephyr could respond, its lavender skin began to shimmer and ripple. Samantha watched in shock as the alien's form seemed to melt and reform, cycling through a series of bizarre shapes before settling back into its humanoid appearance. "Holy quantum shape-shifting," Samantha exclaimed, her scientific mind racing. "Your molecular structure must be in flux. But why?" Zephyr's translation device flickered. "Earth, gravity, atmosphere, affecting me. Nanites, malfunctioning." Samantha's eyes widened. "Nanites? You mean you have microscopic machines in your body?" The alien nodded, its movements jerky and uncoordinated. "Maintain form. Adapt environments. But here, chaos." As if to emphasize the point, Zephyr's arms suddenly elongated, stretching to impossible lengths before snapping back like a rubber band. The alien let out a series of distressed clicks and whistles. Samantha's mind raced. This was beyond anything in human science. But she couldn't just stand by and watch Zephyr suffer. "Okay, let's think this through. Your nanites are designed to help you adapt, right?" so maybe we can help them calibrate to Earth's conditions. She grabbed her laptop, fingers flying over the keyboard. I'm going to compile data on Earth's atmospheric composition, gravity, and electromagnetic fields. Maybe we can use that to reprogram your nanites. As Samantha worked, Zephyr's transformations became more frequent and extreme. One moment, its skin turned transparent, revealing a pulsing, bioluminescent circulatory system. The next, it grew additional limbs that writhed and twisted before being reabsorbed. "Hang in there, Zephyr," Samantha murmured, her face illuminated by the glow of her screen. "I'm not going to let you down." Hours passed in a blur of frantic coding and biological analysis. Samantha's cabin looked like a mad scientist's lab, with hastily scribbled equations covering every available surface. Finally, she let out a triumphant shout. "I think I've got it. Zephyr, can you interface your nanites with my computer?" The alien extended a trembling hand, its wrist device connecting wirelessly to Samantha's laptop. Data flowed between them in a dizzying stream of light. Suddenly, Zephyr's body went rigid. A high-pitched keening filled the air as the alien's form blurred and shifted at impossible speeds. Samantha held her breath, praying she hadn't made a terrible mistake. With a final violent shudder, Zephyr collapsed to the floor. Its body slowly stabilized, returning to the humanoid form Samantha had first encountered. "Zephyr," Samantha approached cautiously. "Are you okay?" The alien's eyes fluttered open, all of them focusing on Samantha with an intensity that made her shiver. Slowly, gracefully, Zephyr rose to its feet. "Human Samantha," the translation device spoke, its voice smoother and more natural than before. "You have done the impossible. My nanites have successfully integrated Earth's parameters." Samantha let out a relieved laugh. "It worked. But Zephyr, do you realize what this means? The adaptive capabilities of your nanites, it's revolutionary. The applications for medicine, space exploration, even environmental restoration, it's beyond anything we've ever dreamed of." Zephyr's feather hair rippled in what Samantha was beginning to recognize as amusement. "Your excitement is endearing, but there is much you do not understand about the power you have helped unleash." As if to demonstrate, Zephyr's form shimmered. In the blink of an eye, an exact replica of Samantha stood before her, down to the smallest detail. Another shimmer, and Zephyr took on the appearance of a potted plant, then a chair, before returning to its alien form. "With control over my nanites restored, I can adapt to any form, mimic any substance," Zephyr explained. "It is how my people explore the universe without detection." Samantha's scientific elation gave way to a creeping unease. "Without detection? Zephyr, why are you really here? What's your mission on Earth?" The alien was silent for a long moment. When it spoke, there was a new weight to its words. "I am a scout, Samantha. An advance party for something larger. My crash was unintended, but now that I am here, now that you have helped me adapt." Zephyr's eyes seemed to glow with an inner light. "Everything has changed. The future of both our species hangs in the balance, and you, Samantha Chen, are now at the center of it all." Samantha's mind reeled. She had wanted to make a groundbreaking discovery, to change the world with science. But this was beyond anything she could have imagined. As she looked at Zephyr, a being of infinite adaptability and unknown intentions, she realized that her actions may have just altered the course of human history. "What happens now?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. Zephyr's form rippled once more, settling into a shape that was neither fully alien nor human, but something in between. "Now, Samantha, we prepare, for the real first contact is yet to come, and when it does, Earth will never be the same." As the gravity of the situation settled over her, Samantha couldn't help but feel a mix of terror and exhilaration. She had unlocked the secrets of alien nanotechnology, forged an unprecedented bond with an extraterrestrial being, and potentially set the stage for humanity's greatest challenge yet. One thing was certain, the adventure was only beginning. And Samantha Chen, once a lonely scientist gazing at the stars, now found herself at the forefront of a cosmic revolution. The question remained: would this revolution bring enlightenment and progress, or spell doom for everything she held dear? With Zephyr by her side, Samantha squared her shoulders. Whatever came next, she was ready to face it head-on, for in this moment she embodied the very essence of humanity, curious, adaptable, and unafraid to reach for the stars, no matter the consequences. Quantum entanglement crisis. The sky above Dr. Samantha Chen's cabin erupted in a dazzling display of aurora-like lights, but this was no natural phenomenon. Zephyr's multifaceted eyes reflected the swirling colors as the alien's wrist device emitted a series of urgent beeps. "They're here," Zephyr announced, its voice a mix of anticipation and dread. Samantha's heart raced. "Your people." Before Zephyr could respond, a beam of intense light engulfed them both. Samantha felt a tingling sensation throughout her body, like every atom was vibrating in harmony. When the light faded, they found themselves in a vast, otherworldly chamber. "Welcome to the Nexus," a booming voice echoed. A being of pure energy materialized before them, its form constantly shifting and pulsing. "I am the Overseer." Samantha gaped, her scientific mind struggling to process the impossible sight before her. What is this place?" The Overseer's voice reverberated through her very bones. "This is a hub of all realities, the crossroads of the multiverse. And you, Samantha Chen, have inadvertently triggered a cosmic catastrophe." Zephyr stepped forward, its form rippling with agitation. "Overseer, I can explain." "Silence, Scout," the energy being commanded. "Your unauthorized interaction with this human has created a quantum entanglement paradox. The very fabric of spacetime is unraveling." Holographic displays materialized around them, showing galaxies colliding, stars imploding, and entire universes blinking out of existence. Samantha's mind raced. Quantum entanglement paradox, but how? The Overseer's form pulsed with what might have been frustration. "By helping Zephyr adapt to your world, you've created a bridge between incompatible realities. The nanites you reprogrammed are now trying to reconcile fundamentally different laws of physics. The result is cosmic chaos." Zephyr's feather-like hair drooped in shame. I didn't know this would happen. Our mission was to observe, not to interact." Samantha's scientific curiosity overrode her fear. "But surely there must be a way to fix this, to disentangle the quantum states." The Overseer's energy form flickered. "There is one possibility, but it requires a sacrifice. A human mind, capable of comprehending both the logic of your universe and the fluid reality of ours." Samantha stepped forward without hesitation. "I'll do it, whatever it takes to save our realities." Zephyr chittered in alarm. "Samantha, no. The process could destroy you." But Samantha's jaw was set with determination. "You said it yourself, Zephyr. Humanity is adaptable. We don't back down from a challenge, especially when the stakes are this high." The Overseer's form pulsed with what might have been approval. "Very well. Prepare yourself, Samantha Chen. Your mind is about to become the battleground for the fate of the multiverse." A cocoon of energy enveloped Samantha, lifting her off the ground. She felt her consciousness expanding, touching the very edges of reality. Equations and universal constants flowed through her mind like a cosmic river. Samantha grappled with concepts beyond human comprehension: 11-dimensional superstrings, quantum foam, and the very building blocks of existence. Her brain felt like it was on fire, but she pushed through the pain, focusing on the task at hand. She saw the quantum entanglement, a chaotic knot of probabilities and paradoxes. With a thought, she began to unravel it, separating the intertwined realities strand by strand. As she worked, Samantha became aware of other presences, countless versions of herself from across the multiverse, all working in unison to save creation. It was a symphony of human ingenuity, playing out on a cosmic scale. Hours or eons passed. Time had no meaning in this state. Finally, With a burst of mental energy that sent shockwaves through the nexus, Samantha completed her task. The quantum entanglement dissolved, realities snapping back into their proper places. The energy cocoon dissipated, and Samantha collapsed to the floor of the nexus, exhausted but triumphant. Zephyr rushed to her side, chittering with concern. The overseer's form pulsed with an intensity that filled the chamber. "It is done. The crisis has been averted. Samantha Chen, you have accomplished what we thought impossible. You have proven that humanity is indeed ready for the next stage of cosmic evolution." Samantha struggled to her feet, her mind still reeling from the experience. What does that mean, exactly? The overseer's form began to shift, taking on a more humanoid appearance. "It means, Dr. Chen, that you have earned humanity a seat at the table of galactic civilization. Your species' unique ability to adapt, to think outside the boundaries of your own reality, makes you invaluable in maintaining the balance of the multiverse." Zephyr's feather hair rippled with excitement. "Samantha, do you realize what this means? You've just catapulted humanity into the cosmic spotlight." Samantha's head spun with the implications. "But we're not ready. We haven't even achieved interstellar travel yet." The overseer's now humanoid face smiled. "Perhaps not in the traditional sense, but you, Samantha, have proven that human minds are capable of traversing the cosmos in ways we never imagined. Your civilization may be young, but your potential is limitless." As the reality of the situation sank in, Samantha felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. Humanity was about to take its first steps onto the galactic stage, ready or not. "So what happens now?" she asked, her voice steady despite her racing heart. The overseer gestured, and a portal of swirling energy appeared. "Now, Samantha Chen, you return to Earth as humanity's first cosmic ambassador. Prepare your people for the wonders and challenges that await. The age of isolation is over. The universe awaits." As Samantha stepped towards the portal, hand in hand with Zephyr, she couldn't help but smile. This was more than first contact. It was the dawn of a new era for humanity. An era of cosmic exploration, multiversal diplomacy, and challenges beyond imagination. Whatever lay ahead, Samantha knew one thing for certain: humanity was ready to face it head-on, armed with their greatest weapons: curiosity, adaptability, and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. The portal engulfed them, carrying humanity's newest hero back to a world on the brink of unprecedented change. The cosmic adventure had only just begun. Viral evolution, humanity's quantum leap. Dr. Samantha Chen materialized in Times Square, her arrival creating a blinding flash that stopped traffic and drew every eye. Beside her, Zephyr shimmered into visibility, its alien form causing gasps and screams from the gathering crowd. "Ladies and gentlemen of Earth," Samantha's voice boomed, amplified by some unseen alien technology, "I bring news that will change our world forever." Smartphones raised in unison, live-streaming this unprecedented event to millions worldwide. Samantha took a deep breath, knowing her next words would reshape human history. "We are not alone in the universe. In fact, we've just been invited to join a cosmic civilization beyond our wildest dreams." The crowd erupted in a mix of cheers, screams, and frantic questions. But before Samantha could continue, a pulse of energy rippled through the air. Every electronic device in the vicinity, smartphones, tablets, even the giant billboards, suddenly lit up with the same swirling, alien script. Zephyr chittered in alarm. "Samantha, this isn't part of the plan. Something's wrong." As if in response, the alien script began to morph, forming into English letters. "Humanity. UHAVBEN chosen. Prepare for ASCEN and Cyan." Samantha's eyes widened in horror as she realized what was happening. It's a trap. The overseer, the quantum entanglement, it was all a setup. The air around them began to shimmer and distort. People in the crowd started to change, their bodies glowing with an otherworldly light. Some screamed in terror, while others laughed in ecstasy. Zephyr, what's happening to them? Samantha demanded, watching as humans began to transform before her eyes. The alien's feather hair rippled with agitation. It's a forced evolution protocol. The message we brought back, it contained a quantum virus. It's rewriting human DNA on a fundamental level. All around them, people were changing. Some grew extra limbs or eyes, while others' skin turned translucent, revealing pulsing bioluminescent organs. A few even began to levitate, their bodies surrounded by crackling energy fields. Samantha's scientific mind raced. We need to stop this. There has to be a way to reverse the process. But even as she spoke, she felt the changes beginning in her own body. Her perception expanded, allowing her to see wavelengths of light beyond the visible spectrum. Knowledge flooded her mind, the secrets of dark matter, the equations governing quantum gravity, the true nature of consciousness itself. Samantha. Zephyr's voice cut through the overwhelming sensations. You're nanites. They're protecting you from the full effects. You can still think clearly. You might be humanity's only hope. Fighting against the tide of transformation, Samantha forced herself to focus. She reached out with her newly enhanced mind, connecting to the global network of devices spreading the quantum virus. In that moment, she understood. This wasn't just an invasion or a forced evolution. It was a test, one final challenge to prove humanity's worth. With a surge of willpower, Samantha began to rewrite the quantum virus in real time. She wasn't trying to stop the evolution. That was impossible now. Instead, she aimed to guide it, to ensure that humanity retained its essence even as it transcended its physical limitations. Around the world, the transformations began to stabilize. People found themselves changed, enhanced, but still fundamentally human. The panic in Times Square subsided as the newly evolved individuals began to explore their newfound abilities. A young artist discovered she could project her imagination directly into reality, creating stunning holographic sculptures with a thought. A scientist found he could perceive the quantum state of particles, unlocking new frontiers in physics with a glance. A doctor realized she could see and manipulate the very building blocks of life, curing diseases with a touch. As the dust settled, Samantha turned to Zephyr, her eyes now swirling with cosmic energy. I think I understand now. This was never about joining their civilization. It was about creating our own. Zephyr's form rippled with what might have been a smile. You've exceeded all expectations, Samantha. Humanity has proven itself worthy not just of joining the cosmic community, but of leading it into a new era. The air shimmered once more, and the overseer materialized before them, its energy form now tinged with respect. Well done, Dr. Chen. You've guided your species through its greatest trial. The age of Homo Quanticus has begun. Samantha stood tall, feeling the weight of her new role as humanity's guide into this uncharted future. We're ready for whatever comes next. The universe won't know what hit it. As news of the global transformation spread, humanity faced its greatest challenge yet, adapting to a new existence as a species of infinite potential. The old world was gone, replaced by one where thoughts could reshape reality, where distance was meaningless, and where the boundaries between science and magic had blurred beyond recognition. Earth was no longer just a pale blue dot in the cosmos. It had become a beacon of innovation, a shining example of evolution in action. And at the center of it all stood Samantha Chen, scientist hero, and now the shepherd of a species reborn. The next chapter of human history was about to be written, and it promised to be the most exciting one yet. As the newly evolved humanity looked to the stars, one thing was certain: the universe would never be the same again. Cosmic viral sensation. Earth's quantum revolution goes galactic. The holographic newsfeed flickered to life in millions of homes across the galaxy. An excited alien announcer, its tentacles waving enthusiastically, addressed the camera. Breaking news. The viral sensation sweeping the cosmos. Earth's quantum revolution has reached unprecedented levels of galactic engagement. The scene shifted to a montage of alien civilizations mimicking human culture. Tentacled beings attempted TikTok dances, bioluminescent creatures shared Earth memes through telepathic networks, and gaseous entities formed themselves into the shapes of popular human icons. Back on Earth, Times Square had become a hub of interdimensional activity. Tourists from across the multiverse flocked to witness the birthplace of Homo Quanticus. Street vendors sold quantum hot dogs that existed in multiple flavors simultaneously until consumed. Dr. Samantha Chen, now recognized as the mother of quantum humanity, stood atop the Empire State Building, her form shimmering with cosmic energy. She addressed a floating crowd of humans and aliens alike. "Welcome to Earth 2.0, she announced, her voice resonating across dimensions. Where memes become reality, and reality becomes a meme." As if on cue, a group of quantum-enhanced influencers began a viral challenge called the Schrödinger Shuffle. Participants phased in and out of multiple realities, trying to maintain the most quantum states simultaneously. The challenge spread across the galaxy faster than light, causing several space-time anomalies and at least one temporary black hole. Meanwhile, in Silicon Valley, tech giants scrambled to keep up with the new quantum paradigm. Google unveiled its latest product, the Quantum Qubit Qu, a smartphone that existed in all possible states until observed. Apple countered with the eMind, a thought-to-reality interface that came in rose gold. But it wasn't all fun and games. The United Nations, now expanded to include representatives from various alien species, grappled with new ethical dilemmas. "We must address the issue of quantum catfishing," insisted the ambassador from Proxima Centauri, their holographic form flickering with indignation. "Humans are shape-shifting into celebrity forms for intergalactic dating apps." Zephyr, now Earth's official liaison to the cosmic community, tried to mediate. "Perhaps we could implement a quantum authenticity verification system." As debates raged, Earth's culture continued to spread like wildfire across the cosmos. Alien linguists struggled to translate the nuances of human memes, leading to several hilarious intergalactic misunderstandings. The phrase "yeet the rich" accidentally sparked a revolution on a distant planet where yeet translated to violently overthrow. Back in her lab, Samantha worked tirelessly to harness humanity's new potential for the greater good. She unveiled her latest project, the Quantum Empathy Engine. By entangling the consciousness of individuals across species and realities, she explained to a mesmerized audience, "We can foster unprecedented levels of understanding and compassion." The first test of the Quantum Empathy Engine went viral across the multiverse. Beings from conflicting civilizations found themselves sharing thoughts and emotions, leading to the resolution of age-old conflicts and the birth of new hybrid cultures. Not everyone was thrilled with Earth's newfound cosmic influence. A coalition of conservative alien species, calling themselves the Galactic Purity Front, launched a campaign to quarantine Earth and contain the spread of quantum humanity. Their efforts backfired spectacularly when their propaganda accidentally became the hottest new meme format. Soon, even members of the Galactic Purity Front found themselves inadvertently participating in human-inspired viral trends. As Earth approached the first anniversary of the quantum revolution, Samantha stood with Zephyr atop the Himalayas, watching auroras of quantum energy dance across the sky. "Did you ever imagine it would turn out like this?" Zephyr asked, its form shimmering with amusement. Samantha laughed, a sound that rippled through multiple dimensions. "Not in a million years. But that's humanity for you, always defying expectations." Suddenly, a cosmic alert chimed from Samantha's quantum interface. Her eyes widened as she read the message. "Zephyr," she said, her voice a mix of excitement and trepidation, "we're about to go super viral." "What do you mean?" the alien asked, feather hair rippling with curiosity. Samantha's form began to glow brighter, her excitement palpable. "The cosmic algorithm, the fundamental code that governs the multiverse, it's noticed us. Earth isn't just a viral sensation anymore. were becoming a fundamental force of reality itself. As if in response, the fabric of space-time around them began to shift and warp. Fractals of human culture, memes, music, art, and ideas began to weave themselves into the very essence of the cosmos. Zephyr watched in awe as the universe itself seemed to dance to the rhythm of human creativity. What happens now? Samantha grinned, her eyes reflecting infinite possibilities. Now, we break the internet, the cosmic internet. Humanity is about to rewrite the laws of reality, one viral trend at a time. As Earth pulsed with newfound power, sending waves of quantum information across the cosmos, one thing became clear: the age of Homo quanticus had only just begun. The universe would never be the same, and neither would humanity. In living rooms and starships across the galaxy, billions of beings leaned forward, eyes glued to their feeds, waiting with bated breath for Earth's next move. The ultimate cosmic influencer had arrived, and the show was just getting started.